Hi everyone. So in today's video, we look at a company which is a recent IPO and is in that specialty chemical space, which looks reasonably valued, and also it has been doing very well in the previous quarters as well. Although there has been some kind of a slowdown and other chemical companies are struggling, this one is actually doing pretty well. So let's look at what exactly this company does and what are the valuations and how it is looking on the technicals, that is the charts as well. So the company we'll be discussing today is Archean Chemicals Limited. So we'll first understand what exactly this company does. So this company is the largest exporter of bromine and industrial salts in India and has amongst the lowest cost of production globally. That means out of all its competitors, this one has the lowest cost of production for these two materials, that is bromine and industrial salts. So if you look at the product wise revenue bifurcation, that is how much does the company earn from what material. So the first what product. So marine chemical salts, that is the industrial salts, that accounts to 45% in FY22, and bromine that accounts to almost 53% in FY22. Sulfate of potash is hardly 1%, so you can ignore that. But the main two components or the products for this particular company are marine chemical salts and bromine. Okay, so we'll first look at bromine, the uses of bromine, okay, and also whether the company is kind of doing some capex in that particular segment or not. Okay, so it commands a leadership position in the Indian bromine market. Okay, and it largely exports bromine to China. Okay, with whatever is remaining, right, it largely exports it to China. So in India, for the bromine thing, it is a leader in that. Okay, and the application, where is bromine used? So bromine has various applications, and all these sectors that it caters to, right? All of them should do really well as we start an economic recovery globally. Okay, so if you look at pharmaceuticals, agrochemicals, as you know, pharmaceuticals and agrochemicals in India are in a long-term bull run, right? So water treatment, slowly this sector should also pick up pace. Flame retardant, then additives, oil and gas industries that has been doing very well, and also very important is the energy storage batteries. So bromine finds a very good application in energy storage batteries. It reduces the cost of it. So these are the sectors that bromine caters to. And Archean Chemicals, the management, what they're trying to do is again increase the derivatives. That is the product line for bromine. They are trying to increase it, and they are trying to get into a few other products that cater to different sectors as well. Okay, so this is about bromine. The second one is industrial salts, where is almost 45% of the sales for Archean Chemicals. So it is the largest exporter of Indian industrial salts in India. And to be honest, they exported 100% of the capacity of these industrial salts to customers in Japan and China. So not really selling this particular industrial salts in India. They are selling all of it in China and Japan. Okay. So this one is used in production of caustic soda and chlorine. Okay, and also widely used in the chemical and food and beverage industry as well. So Archean Chemicals exported 100% of it, and it is one of the largest salt works in a single location in the world. Okay, and their industrial salt washing facility has three washers, each having a capacity of 200 tons per hour. So they have kind of a leadership position, you can say, in globally as well. Okay. So then comes sulfate of potash, which is hardly 1%. So this one used as a fertilizer and also in the medical field. So this you can actually ignore because it is hardly 1% of the total revenue for Archean Chemicals. Okay. So they make it from the natural seawater. Sea brine is nothing but seawater. So make the raw material is seawater for them, and they make sulfate of potash from that. Okay, so these are the products, three main products that the company makes, out of which the two are really important, that is bromine and industrial salts. So now coming to where do they sell it? So in India accounts to 33% of their sales, and outside of India, it accounts to 67% of sales. So one third is in India, two third is in US. So even if India goes under a slowdown, which I doubt. But even if that happens, it should not be a problem for this company because this company exports two-thirds of its products. So they have around 18 global customers in 13 countries. Okay, so they export to 13 countries and there are 18 global customers, and in India they have around 24 domestic customers. So this is the geography wise revenue mix. Okay, so now coming to the shareholding pattern. So the promoters have around 53%, FIIs around 6%, DIs. You can look at all the major mutual fund guys are already sitting on this particular company. And if you look at the public holding, right, hardly anything is there for the public. Even out of that 10.5% public, 5.5% is already with the big guys. So out of that remaining 5%, the big guys have to play with. And as these mutual funds continue raising their stake in this particular company, what is going to happen is the shareholding, public shareholding is going to drop continuously, which will result in very low free float. And usually such companies command a premium valuation. So now let's look at the fundamentals and what the valuation of this company is. So if you look at the fundamentals, the market cap is hardly 8,000 crores, which makes it a small cap company. The ROC is fantastic at 38%, right? And then the operating profit margin is around 42%, which is very good, which tells you that, okay, this company has a moat, right? And they have been able to maintain a margin of 42%, which tells you that, okay, because of that moat, they command a very high profit margin. And the P is not really that high. If you compare to very good quality companies, right, in the chemical space, which have some kind of a moat, they trade at 50, 60 kind of P. So there is a very high chance for a P re-rating as well for this company going forward as we start a new bull run. So the debt to equity, so if you look at screener, it will show you 3.4. But after September, they have reduced it to half. It is now at 1.7. So if you want, you can check the interest paid in December quarter also, which has come to around 19 crores from 39, 35 crores previously. Okay, so it has come down quite drastically, and probably with the cash flows that they have, they should be able to reduce it even further by the end of this year. So with whatever cash that they are earning, that is from their free cash flows, right? They are simultaneously expanding into bromine derivatives and also using that money to reduce debt. Okay, so this is about the company fundamentals. Now coming to the technicals. So on the technicals, if you look at this particular chemical company, after making an IPO in the month of November, right, the company has been continuously moving up. If you look at other chemical companies, most of them are down 20, 30, 40, 50% as well. But this one is near its all-time high, kind of in that 10% range from that all-time high, which tells you that, okay, people are interested in buying this, and because there is very less free float with the public, the stock is not cracking because it's usually the public that kind of panics and starts jumping in. Okay, so hope this helps, and probably you can do your own study as well. This looks to be a very good company in the chemical segment. Thank you.